Hi, this is Wayne with the Tesla Way. Thank you for watching. Today we're going over the update 2020.12.6. Alright, so here's the updates. We got the traffic light and stop sign control. It's beta, so basically what it will do, it's going to stop at every light or stop sign for us automatically. We'll have to press the accelerator basically to skip through it to allow it to continue through the light. So even if the light is green, it will stop for us. So now we have a update to the dash cam viewer. Watch save dash cam clips or Sentry mode. That's the same thing as last update. Out of order Supercharger stalls, which is great, because a lot of times you'll get to the Supercharger stalls and not know which ones are out of order, or it will tell you more are available than what are really available. So they made an update to that again. Third-party charging stations. They added some third-party charging stations such as charge points or something like that. Bluetooth improvements. These are all from the old update. But I will be doing a driving video for you guys. And then there's a section on the 405 to the 101 exchange where it always slows down to like 40 miles an hour, and I always have to press the accelerator. So I wanted to show you guys that area and see if it's made any improvements. One thing I wanted you guys to learn with me, and we'll be going through this together, but wanted to turn on that feature. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go into Autopilot, and the traffic light and stop sign control beta, we're gonna go ahead and turn that on. Here's a long disclaimer telling you that it's just a beta. It's designed to slow down and stop for visible traffic lights or stop signs that are detected when traffic or when cruise control or auto steer is engaged. Driver accelerator or stalk confirmation is required to proceed through the traffic signs and through the traffic lights. So that is the turn stalk here, which I can't press right now because I'm currently charging my car. Alright, so basically you can do that or press the accelerator. I agree, and I acknowledge that it's a beta. So I turned on the full self-driving visualization preview as well, and the traffic light. So all these are on, that's nice. And let's see how I have it set up here. So I don't have the require for lane change anymore. Lane change notification, I do have it on chime, so I can hear at least when it wants to change for me. Alright, and it's enabled to start on every trip. Alright. Customize summon, let's see. Bumper clearance, 20 inches. Yes, that's a great idea. To give you almost 2 feet of clearance there. Summon distance, well, I didn't know I could change it. Alright, so I could be 30 feet away from the car. Alright. Side clearance, standard or tight? Required continuous press. Yeah, I have that on just in case I see something that I'm not too pleased with. Oops, go back to, let's leave that on. And then we have the home that is kind of grayed out. Use home, auto home link. I guess I could do that. Or if I wanted to pull it out of the garage or something, it will automatically open my garage for me, which is a good thing. You don't want it to drive through your garage. Alright, while I had some time here, I just wanted to go through this real quick. While I want to try to give you guys a little overview of the dashboard here that we have. So we have the quick controls. For exterior lights, I have it on auto, so that my headlights will turn on automatically. Fog lamps I have on, so the blue is indicating that it is on. Then you have your mirror adjustments here. You can adjust with your steering wheel. And your steering wheel, you can adjust the height and the depth of it. And then you can also have it so that you could tell them to fold, which I have had a time or two where one of the mirrors would not unfold, so I had to press that to unfold them. And then the child lock slash window lock there. And then right now my display is on auto for the brightness. So here are the headlights. I have those on auto. And one thing I found really cool, let me see if I can find where it is right now, but it's in the, might be in the service area. Yeah, you can adjust your headlights. So I think that's pretty cool, the leveling of them. So in case you notice that your left or your right one was down a little lower than the other, you can adjust it. I personally don't want to adjust it because I like where I have them currently. But you can move each headlight individually to raise and lower it. So we'll go back to the lights. So the dome lights currently set to off. Let me put it back on auto here. I have the ambient light off because I have lights on the inside here where I paid quite a grip extra for LED lights, so I can change them any color I would like. But we'll turn them on just so you could see. So it's basically the white light down there. Auto high beams I normally leave off because I don't find that they turn on when I really want them to. Like I'll drive through my neighborhood, and since it sees the reflection of other headlights coming at me when the bright lights are on, it'll turn the bright lights off. And if I really feel like the road is a dark road, I would like to have the bright lights on. Headlights after exiting, I'll have those on, and the steering wheel lights, I have those on as well. Those are the lights next to the volume up and the cruise control. Locks. So we basically have phones and key cards hooked up to these. Alright, in the display mode, I have it on auto. And then the brightness, this is the display mode, is talking about the screen here. We'll also have screen clean mode, which turns it all black. And it says hold to exit. Maybe I'm supposed to only hold that. Okay. Before I used to just be able to tap on the screen. Of course, I want the language to be English, navigation English as well. Time format I like in the 12-hour format. Energy, I would like it displayed in distance. I also have it set for miles, Fahrenheit, and my tire pressures for PSI. Those are all the American settings. Now we'll go to driving. If you are really trying to conserve your battery, I highly recommend you use the chill, because the standard just gives you so much power and it's so fun to drive that way that I keep it in that most of the time. I've had it in standard just because I like to switch around my style every once in a while. Regenerative braking I always have it standard because I like to get as much battery back as I can. The stopping mode, I like it on hold. My wife likes it on the roll portion, so it feels more like a normal car, but I like it on hold because I want to conserve my brakes as much as possible. And the slip start technology is for if you're stuck in snow or something like that, or sand. Autopilot, you guys got a little brief overview of that a little bit earlier. Apparently my traffic light and stop turned off again. I'm glad I went back to check that out. So I put that back on again. So we have my follow distance for cruise control is 3 car lengths. I like that best. The auto steer is also beta, which is the whole purpose of the autopilot, so it auto steers for us. It does a really good job. Navigating on autopilot, which is also beta. We can go into customize here, and that's where you enable it on every start when you start driving the car. Have the changing lanes in Mad Max because everything else seems a little bit too conservative, and it gradually gets more conservative. Require lane change confirmation. I have that on no because I don't want to confirm every time. And lane change notification, I have it on chime only for just so I can have some kind of audible notification that I'm going to be switching lanes. Nothing like looking down for a brief second and then you're changing lanes and you're wondering if you're doing it or if something happened. So I would like some kind of notification. As we went over, the new update is the traffic and stop sign control, which is a beta. So it's going to stop or give you some kind of notification that it's going to stop at every stop sign, every light, to confirm that you would like to continue going, because it's going to stop whether the light is red, green, or yellow. So you'll either press down on the stock here, which is how you initiate the autopilot, or you'll tap on the accelerator to let the car know that you would like to go through that light. Full self-driving visualization preview, which is basically it's going to show you the stop signs and cones and all that on the screen. In the summon, a lot of you guys are already familiar with that, but I can basically summon my car to me while I'm in a parking lot. And I went through the customizing of that a little bit earlier. And standby mode basically puts your car in standby and kind of like turning it off. Speed limit warning. Here's the display. You can also have it chime for you. I have my speed limit on relative because it just seems to be fun. I don't live in the South, so where they're a little more absolute about it. But, you know, 5 miles over seems to be okay with the police here. I live in California, so I don't go too much over that because I don't want to. I heard that they were given over 2,500 tickets since this coronavirus started for people going over 100 miles an hour. So kind of want to not tempt myself to go over that, because at those kind of speeds they could take your car away from you, and I really love my car. Front collision warning, I have mine on early because I would like to keep my car looking great. I don't want to hit anyone. Lane departure avoidance, I have that on so it keeps me in the lane just in case I'm not paying attention or something, you know, caught my eye or something like that. Alright, so we have the emergency lane departure avoidance, blind spot collision warning, chime, automatic emergency braking, and obstacle aware acceleration. So it will accelerate, say if someone's coming into your lane or something like that. It will try to move out of the way and accelerate past it or slow it down. Alright, and navigation, I currently have the sound off because lately I've been listening to a lot of DJs on Facebook. So I already know where the car is going for navigation and autopilot, since I can only go to work and to home basically these days. So I have the audible off so it doesn't interrupt my music. Automatic navigation, we have that, so it automatically navigates you to home, work, or whatever. So that turns on in the mornings and after work, and it tries to navigate me home. It's kind of annoying a little bit, but I keep it on just in case. I do it more so the car will understand more of what I'm trying to do, and so I'll understand more of what it's trying to do. Trip planner basically adds stops for supercharging for you on your navigation. That way you don't end up running out of electricity after you pass a spot there, a supercharger, and say you can't make it to the next one. Online routing, basically, if it can save me 10 minutes or more, it will automatically route me. I have it on avoid ferries because out here in LA we don't have any ferries that are basically taking us anywhere. Actually, I don't even have the avoid ferries on. There's no ferries to have on, but I avoid the toll roads because you can get everywhere here without taking a toll road. And use HOV lane. I didn't get the stickers, so I didn't bother with putting that on. I don't need the stickers right now because there's nobody on the freeway. I may get it this time when I renew my registration. Let's go to security and safety. So we got the parking brake, so you must have your foot on the parking brake, and you'll hold down the parking indicator there to put your car in park for a few seconds, and that will turn on the power brake. So you can power off the car here. So if you're just sitting in the car and you just want the car to turn off or something. Alright, speed limit mode, you can set it to a maximum speed. I personally don't have it set for anything, just in case I want to drive. Sentry mode I turned off for the update that just came on. So now I'm turning that back on. Dash cam save clips. I have a memory card in here so we can actually save that. So now you can save dash cam clips on honk, which is nice. Also makes me want to honk less because I don't want to waste space on my dash cam. So that could be a pro and a negative, pro and con. Park assist chimes, which helps with the, if you get too close to a location or to a wall or something. Joe mode I have on, so all the chimes aren't that loud. So basically enabling Joe mode reduces the volume of all your notifications. Sentry security alarm I have on, and pin to drive I don't have on, but if you have young kids, I highly recommend doing that, because your kid could just basically sit in the car and put their foot on the brake and put it in drive and drive away. The cabin overheat protection, I don't currently have it on. I made this summer. It does drain more of your battery while it's sitting still. After it gets down to 10% though, it will turn that off automatically, because it doesn't want to totally drain your battery and leave you stranded somewhere. Now, allow mobile access, I have that on. That's so you can access your car through your phone. Service mode, you can put your windshield wipers in service mode, so it'll pull them up a little bit so you can actually change your wiper blades. As I showed you earlier, there's adjust your headlights and towing, so it puts it basically into a neutral kind of mode, so you can tow it. Reset your tire sensors, factory reset. I guess if you're going to sell your car, you could factory reset it. Wheel configuration, so I currently have mine on the 18 Aero because that's what I have on my car at the moment. And you got your owner's manual here, which is kind of cool that you have your whole owner's manual on your car. The only downfall is if your car should brick, then you won't have an owner's manual, but I guess you have Google at that point. And the software download, yeah, I got that earlier today, so that was basically it. So I explained the software. That's the whole purpose of this video, is for the software. And in that, the next part you'll see is me driving.